Qayyarah, northern Iraq. In June 2016, as the Iraqi army pushed the so-called Islamic State back towards Mosul, IS fighters set fire to these oil wells. Eight months later, at least 5 are still burning. IS sent this smoke into the sky to provide cover against airstrikes. It has poisoned the air, the land, and the water across a vast stretch of northern Iraq. Before IS came, these men worked in Qayyarah's oil fields. Now, they're leading the dangerous task of putting out the fires. This close to the crater's edge, pockets of oil and gas can ignite without warning, and the ground itself can collapse. Fire is not the only danger. To obstruct this operation, the jihadists planted explosive devices around the oil wells. No one knows how many remain. The men work in 8-hour shifts, breathing fumes that stink of burning tar. A UN report found that this smoke contains acidic aerosols, sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, and toxic metals, including mercury and lead. Thousands of children around Qayyarah have suffered breathing difficulties and skin conditions caused by exposure to these chemicals. The firefighters go home with their skin itching and blackened. They were forbidden, they told us, from speaking to the media. This was among the most productive oil fields in Iraq. But the so-called Islamic State destroyed the refineries and pipelines that made the oil flow and the economy here function. Everything will have to be rebuilt. A mile or so away, the impact of the smoke is plain to see. This man used to have 50 sheep. Most have died, poisoned by the soot that settled on the grazing land and sank into the water. These are IS crimes, he says. Let the world see what IS has done to us. May God destroy them. In the town of Qayyarah, life is slowly returning to the streets. But the damage inflicted by IS is still evident. In a mobile phone shop, we met 22-year-old Abbas. He was part of a local resistance group against IS and was caught stealing weapons from the jihadists.
فمن قال قطع يد يعني أمنت إنهم ما راح يقتلوني قطع يد ويهدني.
When they said they were going to cut my hand off, I was relieved because at least they weren't going to kill me. They anesthetized my hand. They took me to the stadium. They gathered people and they cut my hand off.
Other injuries are less visible. This man told us that Qayyarah's children are being poisoned by the fumes. At night we can't breathe, he says. We can't sleep. Everything is affected by the smoke. Our health, our houses, our children. One by one, the fires are being extinguished by the Iraqi government. This circle of flat, oily ground is all that remains of one fire. After more than 2 years of IS rule, these children are free to fly the flag of Iraq. But they're flying it over a land poisoned by war.